All right. Two on the porch. Nobody in the house. Midnight rendezvous, only it's 9 o'clock, or right close to it. I decided not to do these midnight rendezvous at midnight because I'm trying to go to bed now around 11 o'clock. 3 on the porch, nobody in the house. Sip of coffee. Whoa. 3 in the house. Hey, Troy. How you doing, my friend? What's up? Heard anything about your lawnmower? I need to shave. 4 on the porch, 1 in the house. 3 on the porch, 1 in the house. Somebody come on and left real quick. I wish this thing would show me thumbs up and thumbs down. Still working on cutting your grass with the weed eater. This guy that's cutting our grass now, he's mowing it. He's charging us $60 a month, 2 on the porch, 1 in the house. Oh, he's charging us $60 a month. I guess that means he'll mow it twice. Oh, but he doesn't take care of the details like the other guy did. He doesn't. He leaves the grass where the clippings, he leaves them wherever they fall. And they were all over the road out there, and they were all over the driveway and the property next door where they're building that house. Hey, Christy, how you doing, dear? I'm kicking. It's been a little while out. Oh, shoot. Where's everybody at? I only got 2 on the porch, 2 in the house, so I guess that's who they are. Uh, I'm doing all right. Uh, ain't no news on that girl, that friend of the family, my daughter's buddy, Nisha. They put her in a medically induced coma. I don't, I, I don't know much about how those ventilators work and stuff, but I think that's what my wife was on when she had that stroke. And I remember how uncomfortable that must be. Maybe that's why they put the lady in the induced coma. I don't know. Uh, my daughter's sure upset about it. Uh, wow. I hadn't had a chance to get that video uploaded that I was telling you about, Christy, but I'll get it done quick as I can find it. I forgot where I put it. It's in my computer somewhere. Oh, that's right. You're on a new job now. You're not where you're at, where you were at. Uh, how's Marty? I just I just I'm kind of in a conundrum about my insulin shots. I'm not taking one at night now because every time I take one at night, my sugar is like, one time it was 41. So they put me on this metformin that I wasn't on because it was already in the Januvia that I was. You missed her life today. A live chat today at 6 p.m. Dang, what? I keep looking at the wrong. I guess I was looking at this one, and that one says 10 o'clock tonight. I'm sorry, Troy. I gotta start deleting some of them emails because I'm looking at the wrong things, Troy. Tell me again when you want to do one and send it to my email, and I will, quick as I'm. Maybe you two should just jump off and chat now. Laugh out loud. You keep missing each. Oh, I, it's. I'm looking at the emails. For some reason, I hadn't been deleting emails as I don't need them, and I'm looking at one that says 10 o'clock, or is that Sunday night? I ain't got the light on, so I can't see that one there. I'm sorry, Troy. Um, and Marty's in a lot of pain. Dang, I hate that. I hate that. How long ago did this start with his neck? It's been several months now, hasn't it? It's been about 6 months or more, hasn't it? I remember when he started complaining about it, but I can't remember how long ago it was. Christy, why do they? Well, it's kind of self-explanatory though. They put that woman in a medically induced coma, so because otherwise, if she was awake, she'd be freaking out. I think them ventilators, I think they go down the throat or something. And they got another employee at Walmart that's come down with COVID, but this one's not on her shift. This is on day shift. And there again, I won't dwell on the thing about shots, whether to take them or not take them or all that stuff. Because Cupcake Girl, she was talking about it, and she's really strong about it, and a lot of people are. Uh, but the people I know that are coming down with it elected not to get the shot. Uh, my first cousin, the one I said was my hero growing up, uh, he he wouldn't take the shot, and when he come down with it, it killed him within 4 days. He didn't last long at all. Um, but I've seen people that was in on a medically induced coma, and when they and what was I talking about? Oh, uh, somebody I know somebody knew somebody that was in a medically induced coma, and they stayed that way for about a week before they brought them out of it, and they were totally confused when they come out of it. They had no idea how much time had elapsed or anything. They were just totally confused and upset. I don't know if that's normal or not, but I spent a pretty good part of the day today out there harvesting some of my jalapenos. Unfortunately, these is the jalapenos that is the normal strength, and I can't handle them suckers. So when I pickle them, I'm gonna take all they say take the seeds and all that stuff out and just use the shell that it won't be as bad. I'm hoping that's right. Um, where's Cindy? I didn't see Cindy. Oh, there she is, Cindy with a Y. I don't hardly ever see Cindy with an I anymore. I see her when I go to one of Been Living with Big B's live streams. I see her on there. I wonder if she's one of those that lives down under. Um, but I went out there now. I, I looked at 4 videos about how to root azalea cuttings, and guess what? All 4 of them were totally different, and they claim it works. I've tried a couple of their ways. It didn't work. Now I just did another batch today. Matter of fact, it'll be in tomorrow morning's video. Um, and this really is all I can't be doing anything else until I can get my scooter, and I haven't heard a cotton picking thing from that Mobility Express about it. I meant to call them today to see if they even got the order sent down from Gainesville yet. So I don't know. Um, but I'm just pretty much dead in the water. Now next week, in about a week, I'm going to do a video on that pine cone ginger lily thing I've got. You make shampoo out of you get that stuff out of the cone. And I'm going, hey, Dauber, how about a live private chat tomorrow at 9 p.m.? And that's what, Saturday? Let's see. That's pretty close to my uh, live stream. Yeah, that'll work. Come on tomorrow at my live stream, which will be about, I'll do it at 7 o'clock. No, I'm going to do it at 6. Matter of fact, let me write that down. Well, that ain't a pen, that's my needle. 6 o'clock. 6 p.m. is what time that's the time I'm going on. You just wanted it at 9 p.m. Okay, that'll work. Um, I'm going to have to cut back. I'm going to have to watch my hours that I do live streams because my paid month that Naparuski paid for it ended yesterday, and uh, I I didn't renew it because I can't afford it, and I don't want to have to depend on people to pay me, give me money for the paid version. I'll just have to limit my time to 20 hours, and I'm going to limit. I'm not going to run my live streams over an hour. And if I do a private chat with somebody, I'm only going to run it for 30 minutes. Um, and I should be able to get by with the 20-hour limit. Okay, buddy, I'll send you a link tonight. Hey, Dauber, how about? Oh, okay. Yeah, I'm gonna have to budget that time, and I should be able to keep it in that. I don't like the idea that I can't have my little logo up there in the corner like it is now. It says powered by StreamYard. That means I'm on the free version. If you see my little scooter and me up there, then that means I'm paying them $25 a week. They did send me a email suggesting ways that I could get help paying it uh, by getting people to sign up to StreamYard, and a, I get a, they give me so many credits, and those credits can go towards paying it. But I think if somebody signs up on StreamYard, they have to pay the $25 for me to get credit for anything. If they go to the free version, I don't think I would get it. That's my idea about it anyway. And by the way, that guy I couldn't think of his name the other day. His name is Mike Kincaid. I think he's got about 2 million subscribers. And he's the one showed me, well, he showed everybody about how to do roses, root roses. And I've got 4 out there that it, I'm doing it exactly like he did, and they should have roots in about 5 or 6 weeks. Should have. I hope it works. Um, the guy come mowed the yard today. He didn't do a real, well, it's mowed nice, but he didn't do things like blowing the grass off the street and off the driveway back onto the yard, stuff like that. And this boy, this this guy that lives over here in this apartment back behind us here, the one that goes out there and sweeps the dirt, uh, he was thoroughly pissed off that that guy that mowed our yard didn't go over and blow that grass off the driveway. Well, that don't concern me, that he's pissed off. But he told me, he said, this driveway is not yours. Now, I don't know how in the world he figures it's not ours, but we pay rent to the same person just like he does. There's one driveway there, and you can't get into where my daughter parked unless you use the driveway. And then he was he was raising Cain, and he was out there just sweeping that grass back on our yard. And the landlord told this same guy, he mowed our yard the first time, and and the landlord was here when he was doing it. She said, you don't have to worry about the back, which I don't like, but that's what she told him. So he didn't mow the back. And this guy next door, he was raising Cain about that. So I'm liking this man less and less, and I still think he had something to do with the stuff that come up missing here when we first started moving in here. Either he did or one of his friends. And the landlord even said his friends are very questionable. So yeah, he was ticked off, but somebody start yammering like that, I just blow it off. I told him to have a nice day. And he's got problems. I mean, he goes out there every time it rains. He goes out there when it's done raining and sweeps the dirt. And of course, he gets a little accumulated, and he sweeps it up around the trunks of the trees and the shrubs and stuff. Uh, so I, I don't know. But and then he got on me first because I was the only one here, and I was sitting on the deck working. And then when my daughter come home, he called her over there real quick and started getting in her face about it. So I don't know what she told him, but I kind of don't pay him too much attention because I know he was in a bad accident of some kind and there's something wrong with him. I don't know if it's mentally or physically. I don't know. Um, and he's lived back there for 10 years and he doesn't work. He doesn't work. But I know one thing, he's constantly getting mail from the state of Florida where they run it. He's running tolls. He's not paying tolls on these toll bridges and stuff. He runs through them all the time, getting mail about that. I see them out there all the time. You know, sometimes there's 3 or 4 out there in a day. But I'll just, hey Barbara, how you doing, dear? I didn't know you was here. How's hubby? Oh, what was I gonna tell her now? You know, I saw Barbara's name, then I forgot all of a sudden forgot totally what I was talking about. I hadn't seen Willow in here today. I haven't seen Lisa Kleckner. I hadn't seen Lisa Picardo, the nurse. I only got 9 on the porch, and I don't know how many's in the house here. But I'm doing all right. I stayed busy today, and I'm just all I can do till I get my scooter fixed is work on the garden and stuff. And I got a lot of stuff out there. You'll see it in the video in the morning. I got a lot of stuff out there, and look how dirty my hands. What is on my hands? You know what? I haven't. I might ought to do my hands. I try to do my, there it goes, do the sanitizer at least 2 or 3 times a day. And, but every once in a while somebody has to remind me, but why is my hands? Oh, I know why. I was putting, I was mixing up some potting soil for when I was doing those cuttings on the azaleas. That's what I was doing. So that means I'll have to go in there and wash them again. Um, Christy, does uh, does Alan miss going out all the time? You know, like Marty was doing now that he's not going out as much. It's a long weekend, Poppy. Lots of people taking time off. Oh, it's family reunion weekend. I wished I could go to that. I'll be able to pick up some movies. Yeah, it's always somebody making videos of it. I got them that goes back 25 or 30 years anyway. Back when people, and I even got some that my cousin made with 8mm camera. Of course, don't have nothing like that from 19 back in the 40s and 30s. I've still got one aunt out of those 10 children that are 10 aunts and uncles. One Aunt Dorothy, she's dang, I think she's getting ready to turn 98. Man, and she never worked. She's never worked in a day. Well, I mean, she was a housewife. That's work. But I mean, as far as having a job, she has never had a job. She's never been employed by anybody. Uh, to start with, she never had to because her first husband, uh, he was a he was CEO or president of Virginia Life Insurance Company for quite a few years and had bukus of money, a lot of money. And every year back in the 40s and the 50s, when he'd come to the family reunion, he'd be driving one of those Chrysler Imperials. I don't remember any in the 40s, but I remember them in the 50s. Uh, he, his name was Uncle Mahood. His name actually was George Mahood Winkler. And yeah, that's what's happening in our family, Christy. You know, everybody that kept it going was the 10 children of my grandparents, the aunts and uncles. They kept it going. And now there's just my one aunt left now, and she's 98, I think. And they were talking about I had two aunts that were still living, and that was Aunt Bertha Lewis and Aunt Dorothy. And Aunt Bertha Lewis passed away at 101, and she had I don't know if she had dementia or Alzheimer's. Maybe it's one and the same. I don't know. I remember the last time I seen her, and I can't tell for the life of me what year it was. And I come in there and I said, "Hey, Aunt Bertha Lewis, how you doing?" And she looked at me and like, "Who are you?" And I spent many, many days at her house. She had two kids, Kay and Timmy. Timmy's dead now, but Timmy and I, we was the ones out there at the farm pond with this other kid, and he drowned. Um, yeah, I wish I could see thumbs up on this dang page, but I can't. Uh, but yeah, those family reunions, they kind of die out. Ours has lasted longer than a lot has. Uh, I think it was 1936. It was the year that Grandpa bought a brand new car, and it was a 1936 DeSoto. And I rode a lot of trips in that thing with him. And he didn't get rid of that car till 1966. So it was 20 years old when we got rid of it. Ten watching and only three thumbs up. Come on, guys. Her mom looked her that way in the end. Like, uh, I don't know if my mama would have recognized me or not because she was in bad shape. She didn't know who a lot of people was that went and seen her, and then she went into a coma. And my baby sister, the one that was illegitimate, and Mama gave her up for adoption on the day she was born. So Mama never seen her after that day one. And Carol, this was her name, wanted to see Mama before she died. She wanted to tell Mama that she wasn't angry that she gave her up for anything. Matter of fact, I think she was probably relieved after she heard all the stuff. Uh, but Carol went to see her, and there's a picture. I've got a picture. She's standing there holding Mama's hand. Of course, Mama's in a coma. But but me and Carol, the thing we got in common, I was the firstborn and she was the lastborn. As far as I know there wasn't one after Carol, but I've been told a couple of times that Mama had a child before me when she was 14. She had me when she was 16. So I don't know. My mama's sister, Aunt Gendy, her name's Gwendolyn, and I used to call her Aunt Gendy. She swears up and down it's not true. But on the other hand, Aunt Gendy's and Mama's daddy, my granddaddy, told that story, told about Mama going into labor and Grandmama taking her down to the hospital. They lived in walking distance to the hospital, took her down to the hospital, had the baby, and come home the next day without the baby. That's what Granddaddy said. Granddaddy said he never laid eyes on it, but she had it and never brought it home. Now, I don't know. Why would Granddaddy tell that if it wasn't true? Aunt Gendy says it's not true, so I don't know. And Aunt Gendy was really mad at Mama for years when Mama abandoned me and Carolyn and George when I was 10 and Carolyn was 9 and George was 7. Uh, when she abandoned us, Aunt Gendy for many, many, many years would not have anything to do with it, but they got together and worked it out. Now, Mama's mama, my grandma, she never forgave Mama for that to her dying days. And I remember Grandmama saying, I don't know how I remember how she put it, but it was something about I would rather be dead with my toes turned up or something like that to see you boys and girl and you and Carolyn Jeanette speaks to be with your mama again. Jeanette, how are you, dear? Are you new to my channel? I don't recall seeing your name before. Of course, I'm 80 years old and I don't remember so hot anymore. And I get sidetracked a lot. Matter of fact, I forget where I'm at. Barbara Everett, laugh out loud. I have 3 cell phones open and laptop, one junk driver on chat with mobile, other Facebook. Jeanette speaks. Specs. No, that's Speake. Okay, I'm good, thanks. I watch you every now and again from England. Oh, wonderful! I've been I've kind of lost track of some of my UK friends. Uh, I don't see them. I guess it's because of the time difference. But I love it when I got UK friends. Yes, I do. How is life in England? But you know, and I lose track of so many. It probably wouldn't do for me to have a whole lot of subscribers. I would just croak trying to keep up with them. I have trouble keeping up with this handful that I got. When I say handful, it's about 20 or 25 uh, that that not so bad. Um, Snobby, he's and but yeah, I've lost track of several of them, and I don't know why. Um, I even had live chats with a couple of them. Um, she was with Mom every day till she died, but she did not know me. I went through that with my mother-in-law, and for about 40 years, and she didn't know me at the last. Matter of fact, when I come at last time I seen her alive, I walked in the house. I said, "Hey, Ma," and she looked at me and said, "Who are you?" And then I said, "I'm Russell." And then I think she remembered, and she said, "Oh, are you still around?" And I said, "Yes, ma'am, I am." And and as I walked by her, she dipped snuff. As I walked by her, fortunately she missed. She spit at me, and she did. And after that, she didn't know who I was. So, and me and that old woman had. I always remember one Christmas, and we was there on Christmas a lot. And somebody gave her as a Christmas gift a new bra, and it was just Ma and my daughter, my wife, and a couple of other girls was in there, you know. And Ma picked that bra up, she put it on her boobs like that, and I come in and she she just it embarrassed him. She cracked up. She cracked up. I might have a picture of that. I'm trying to remember. Ma and her pinto beans and her, what did she call that? They got assistants up there, and it was, what did they call that? But there was one thing they got, and it was come in cans, and it was pork, stewed pork. I don't know what cuts it was on it or anything, but I'm telling you what's the darn truth. That stuff was delicious. That nobody could understand why I liked it. Worse than the gabapentin. Sorry to hear that, Troy. Um, I don't. I take gabapentin. Matter of fact, I just took my last dose for my weekly thing, and you'd say it's totally empty. So that means tonight or early in the morning, I got to get up and uh, refill it. And they sent me a blood pressure monitor and everything the VA did, and it my blood pressure's kind of high. It's running like that top number's about between about 140 and 164 over 60 or 70. So I don't know what that means. I think the ideal is what, 120 over 80, something like that. I'm not sure, but it's got a memory on it. And when I go to the doctor, they'll take a look at that. And they'll take a look at my glucometer, and let's see what that says. Let me turn the light on. Oh, gotta reach over there. Now, when I started using this glucometer, my first one that morning I got up, it was 41. And boy, that's the morning I eat all that peach jam that Christy had sent me, and boy, was it good. And that brought it up to 59, and then it got it up to 111. That evening, it was 188. And then it was 173 later on that evening. Then it was down to 151. Then it's back up to 184. And the next morning it was 102. So it's bouncing around, but I'm not. I take that shot in the morning, providing it wasn't like it was that morning. It was 41. I didn't take no shot, and it kind of leveled out during the day. But I'm having trouble getting things. Hey, Marty, how you doing, sir? It gives you nausea and makes me itch and makes me feel dizzy. That's what Troy's taking. Uh, how's Ruby? How is Ruby? Anyway, let me give everybody a heads up. I'm only going to do hour-long uh, live streams. And when I do a live chat with somebody, I'm only going to do 30 minutes. Boy, I wish I could snap my fingers and make you well, Marty. Man, I, I don't tolerate pain very well. I mean, I got pains all the time, but I'm talking about severe sharp pains or just a headache. Uh, and sometimes I get pains in my neck if I lay just right on the bed or something. I can't stand that. Um, but anyway, y'all remember next week I'm going to be doing that. Where's Lisa Clutton and Lisa Ricardo? She might be working. Um, the one about the pine cone ginger lily. It's a sham. It makes them cones. It's got stuff in them that looks. It looks like Thank you so much, Barbara. Uh, it's clear liquid. It's kind of thick like shampoo, and you squeeze it out. You turn the cone upside down and start squeezing that cone, and all that stuff comes out. And people wash their hair with it. It's a natural shampoo, they say. I don't know, but I'm not gonna let them go to waste. Uh, I'll get, because I've got about 20 combs out there. I don't know how many bottles of that shampoo I can make, but I noticed somebody selling it on eBay. And I will be selling the rhizomes, you know, the things on the roots. I'm going to be selling some of those because I don't know this for sure yet. Hey, Frugal Granny, I haven't seen you in a while, dear. Been a while. It sure has. Where you been? But I don't know how much I can make. But the rhizomes, I'm gonna be selling them, but I have to. I won't know for sure till these things die down and I dig up some roots and see how much is down there. But they hadn't been touched in years, and anybody else asked around here, nobody knew what they were. One lady said I thought they was poison because they looked red and scary. Uh, but I don't know when I start digging it, but I ain't figured out how I'm gonna do it. I'm probably gonna have to get Donovan out there to help me. Um, God, I wish I could still walk like I used to. I've been looking at some of my older videos, and uh, I was looking at that one video. I don't know if any of y'all saw it or not, but I was going down the road, and I was in the middle of the road, and this car went around me, and it was kind of close, and I didn't even know the car was there, and I turned just to a hard right that I could, as hard as I could, and flipped that scooter over. I got skint place on my head and everything, but the lady stopped, scared her to death. It wasn't her fault; it was my fault. I overcorrected, and she helped me gather everything up, and we turned the scooter back over, and I was walking and everything, you know. Uh, it. I get I sometimes I get I'm going live at 6 o'clock, Marty. I'm going live at 6 o'clock, and then I'm having a private live chat at 9 o'clock with Troy. And I'm gonna limit my live stream private chats to 30 minutes. I'm gonna try to stay within that 20 hours for the month. Because if I go past that 20 hours, then I'm dead in the water. I can't go back on till the new month begins. And that's what happened last month. And now Peruski bailed me out and paid the $25 for me. And I hadn't seen Naparuski on here. You'll be live at 7. All right. Well, that'll work out just great. I try to work around the y'all's times, but yeah, that'll work. That'll work. That's great. That means I can stay entertained for a couple of hours, and then an hour later I can go back with Troy and stay entertained for 30 minutes. PayPal under Donovan. Yeah, that's how I get my PayPal uh, payments. I like PayPal because it's immediate. You get it right then. I noticed something when one of my subscribers sent me 100 Australian dollars, and he didn't send it on to the GoFundMe. It's in the GoFundMe now, but he sent it to PayPal, and somehow or another he put it down. He checked something wrong, and it was saying he bought something from us, and they put a hold on that money for almost a month. Because if you you buy something from somebody, they don't release. Okay, Troy, they don't release that money. It's a hold on it on PayPal till they're sure that that person got whatever it is they bought. And but if you put it down as a gift or something, then that changes the whole thing. But it was almost a month, and the 100 Australian dollars come to about $72 in American money. Thank you, Barbara. Appreciate it so much, dear. I'm gonna put that into my cash out, because that's going towards that scooter. I hope it's someday it works out that I can get that thing. Uh, right now I'd be happy if they just get mine fixed so I can start going around doing stuff. And I've went pretty good distance from here before. When we first moved here, I was going 3 or 4 miles out easy and coming back easy, and no problems at all. Now I can just take it out in the front yard, and by the time I go around to the side and look at my pine cone ginger lilies, by the time I do that and get back to the ramp and I start going up that ramp, it just slows down and just barely makes it up that ramp. So it's getting worse. It's not getting any better. Uh, I didn't. Boy, I'm so used to having that thing. Uh, and before I got COVID, I was using the scooter. I could walk, but I was falling a lot, so I started using a walker most of the time. But I could still walk. I could go out in the yard, walk around, stuff like that. I didn't have to have the walker, but I just wanted it as insurance because I don't like to fall. It's very hard. Uh, well, most time I can't get up by myself. Sometimes it depends on where I fall. When we first moved here, about January, I was over here and I fell backwards, and I fell against my potty and then down on the floor. And Donovan come in here, and there was no way I could get up with the help of Donovan. I couldn't do it. And my daughter was at work, and he called Jennifer, and she hadn't took her lunch break yet. That's what they call it. It's the middle of the night, but she come home right quick, and got me up. I wasn't hurt. I just couldn't get up. But I could probably get up now because I am walking now. I go and walk when I go to the kitchen in the morning now. I will pull up where the coffee pot's up. I'll stand up and I'll start walking, to get the coffee and make the coffee and walk around the counters all the way around to the refrigerator on the other side, get the creamer, walk back around and stuff like that. Matter of fact, I did it tonight too. And that's got to be helping me some. Hey, Lisa, I was just asking about you, dear. Um, well, you getting in on the tail end of this because I've decided I'm gonna have to limit my live streams. I'm back on the free version, uh, and I'm gonna try to stay within that 20-hour limit. I'm gonna do about an hour with each live stream I do, and that's 3 hours a week. So what is that? 6, 12. That leaves me 8 hours that I can use for live streams, just private chats, and then uh, I'll limit the private chats to 30 minutes, and maybe I can stay within that 20 thing because I don't want to have to depend on somebody bailing me out if I run over the 20 hours. Like Paparuski, she bailed me out last month, and she paid $25 because I was cut off. I couldn't go back on live streams till the month ended and the new month started. But uh, let's see, there was something I was wanting to tell Lisa. I can't think of what it was. You fell asleep. Oh, I do that. I do that a lot. And I do it sitting here. And you know what happens? Uh, I'll be sitting here, and then all of a sudden, my head will go down, and the bill of my hat will start punching keys on the keyboard, and it starts making all kinds of sound. If you need to use that pen, put it on pay thing. Uh, no, Barbara, I'm gonna put that on the scooter fund, um, because I gotta keep it within 20 hours. Uh, the 25. If you pay the 25, you get unlimited, and there's a couple of other things that you can put on here, like the little videos I run. I can't upload a video to this thing now because it's not paid. Um, but I got a bunch of stuff already on here that I use anyway. But anyway, Lisa, the gardenias is looking great, and I tell you what, I it's killing me, but I'm going to go in there and take a few more cuttings off of that gardenia. I'm wanting to bush out a certain way, and so I'm going to be awful selective before I take the cuttings, but I'm gonna root them too. And today I rooted. You took cuttings off your gardenia. Uh, I didn't fall asleep in school, but when I was in the army, sometimes they would have these classes, and you had to sit there no matter how boring it was. Don't you fall asleep, because the sergeant, usually the drill sergeant, he'd be standing over there watching for anybody starting to nod off. And if he caught you nodding off, you had to go stand in back of the class and stand up. I used to do that occasionally, but I got to where I could sleep and not let my head go down. So he'd have to come in front to see if I was asleep. And they were, I guess you could say, they were important classes because it was just just instructions on stuff and everything. And if you went to sleep, you'd have to ask the buddy what was said. All right, guys. An hour and 5 minutes, and 50 hour and 6 minutes. I done run over. I appreciate all of you being here, and I'll be on tomorrow at 6 o'clock, and I'll see Marty at 9, and I'll see Crazy Family at 7. Marty, I wish God I could make you feel better. Dad, gone it. And all of y'all, that's got problems, and I don't know unless you tell me uh, what you got, what's going on and stuff. And it's a tough world. Yes, it is. But guys, I love you. I appreciate all of you. And Barbara, thank you so much, dear. And I'll see y'all tomorrow at 6 o'clock on my Saturday live at 5 at 6. Oh, yeah. One thing, if I didn't have this loaded, I couldn't load this back up on here so I could play it at the end. But I'll see you. That's my story, folks. I'm sticking to it.